All right, it is into March. We are going to wean the set of fall cows and calf pairs. So the pairs are going to experience a little bit of social distancing today. So I'm getting the sorting alleys all ready here. We posted a sorting video just a few days ago on this channel, so we do that pretty often here. This sorting is a little bit different. Obviously, we're just sorting the big cows from the small calves. We're gonna do fence line weaning, and I'll tell you more about that later, but for now, let's go get the cattle. This one open. Rolling gates are nice. Here we go. Hey, go around that corner. Hey, bigger one's right there. That one's plenty ready to wean. Oh, that gate blew shut. Are you kidding me? We're gonna put them in 4A and 4B. Let calves back.
Cows are in. Come on.
Good job, Nathan. All right, next set. It was hard to know how much space they would take up there because they're like big, small. Well, it just gives me more space up here. Hey, 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 hey. And all right, they're going to be side-by-side pens with the bunks at the front, so they'll be able to go up and eat, and they'll be able to see each other, but they just won't be able to reach to nurse. And that's the least stressful way to wean them. Who let the cows out? Who? It was me. I will probably stretch this video out over the next couple of days so you guys can see the process of how they act on the first day after weaning versus like the fourth day, and how much more content they are on about the fourth day, being that they're used to just eating ration instead of eating from their moms. But they shouldn't have too much separation anxiety because they're right next to them. Some of them are up eating, some of them aren't yet. So that's okay, we'll get them there.
Very cool. Yeah, twin boys doing a riding session with Joe, Carnes, and Elevation.
I mean, they've all got feed on their mouths, so
I'm Rachel James.
I feel pretty confident. All right, it is the morning after they were weaned. They are 100% up at the bunk eating. All right, we are on evening of day 2 after weaning. Came up here to show you guys the bunk. The bunk is totally clean. They've licked up all the feed. Their bellies are pretty much full, but they are making a little bit of noise. The cow, none of these calves right here at the front are, but I've heard them bellowing a little bit. But it is a good sign when they clean up their feed. It means that they are transitioning to what they need to get their 100% feed source from. I was expecting them to walk this fence line a little bit more, but I mean, there are a few of them standing a little further over, but they're pretty content. I mean, they're not bellowing much at all. There's a few little pickings left. The mamas are a little upset. Sorry, mamas. There's another one growing in your tummy, so you'll be fine. All right, this is a pasture we call Miller 2. Okay, one of the things I replaced this morning was this, it's kind of a insulated gate holder that was cracked, and it was kind of annoying to deal with last summer. So I put on this new PVC pipe with, if anybody can recognize what this is, it is a rake tooth that broke off, and then we keep the old rake teeth and we weld something on them to attach the wire on and put the PVC pipe over them, and then they become a gate holder. So that's one way that we reuse things here at the farm. Just little things like that save me time in the summer when I come out here to check the cows. Anything I can do now before turnout to cause less problems. If I can fix all those places now, I won't have to deal with those places once the cattle are out here and they find those holes and then get out or cause a problem. I can deal with them now. All right, so when we preg checked these cows, we were gonna preg check them on Friday or Saturday. And it was so cold that we told the vet, well, we'll just wait till next week. It says it's supposed to be nice. From the time of preg checking them to the time we're actually gonna turn them out, it went from being like, you know, wearing a hoodie and a coat to wearing a t-shirt. And that's Kansas for you. And that's the spring in a lot of places too. You definitely see the dead grass. Not, you know, the wintered grass, but then underneath everything, that's all this new green growth coming through. So that's the reason a lot of people burn their pastures, is because they get rid of all this that's covering up the ground and the new grass can't grow. That's why people burn their grass. We were considering burning one of our pastures this year, but didn't pull the trigger on it. All right, right over here is where we had problems with the earliest born calves getting out. Or we're gonna move the cows, fall cows, off of this pasture before any of them drop a calf. So we'll probably move them on about August 15th. So they will only be on this pasture for a shorter window than they were last year. And they're gonna calve on some sort of cover crop that's grown after wheat, closer to a chute. That will allow us to treat them a little bit more like our spring calving herd and a little bit more management. So that's one thing we learned, and we're gonna try to implement this year. Every ranch has to have a plan for each different season. Ranches that have been doing the same thing for a lot of years, they only have to change a few small things at a time to improve. But because this will be year 2, and the, let's see, 4th calving season that we've had, we have a lot more things that we can change and upgrade and fix. All right, so this is 5-wire barbed wire. So it doesn't take much to look over it, but you can see right here the wires got crossed, something rubbed on it or something. So I'm just going to tighten this one a little bit. So I got this baling wire, and it works really good as tie wire for when one of these is loose. So we have used, like, you know, nice clips in the past, but sometimes it's easier just to have wire with you. And this one took a beating. This, see that? Cracked. This definitely looks like an area that deer ran through a lot. So they knocked down that one that's that way a little ways. They cracked this one. Okay, so what I decided to do was just flip it upside down. This thing wasn't going to be able to poke into the ground. And now I just have to be able to poke it in the ground without getting a splinter from that. Okay, I pretty much just pushed it into the ground with my pliers. Now I'm going to take this post, put a second one in here. Once it's hot, the deer, I think, will eventually learn not to jump. But when they have all winter to mess it up, that's what they do. All right, so I set up the pinch charger and battery. It was over 4 volts, and this pasture is ready. The cows are in a group of 27, and they are vaccinated, dewormed. They have a fly tag on them, which is a little bit early in the season, but we're not gonna come back over here and get them to put a fly tag on them later. So we put it on a little early. And preg checked at average about 4 months bred. So that puts it in, I think, middle of September basically is when the average of them will be born. We're gonna go pretty quickly around the first time. The first paddock, actually, we left quite a bit in it last fall, so it'll be fine bringing them in here for the first paddock. And then by the time they get around to the rest of the paddock, it'll be a couple, 2-3 weeks later. So we are ready to go. This video will probably start again with turning them out. I got the truck backed up to the chute here, so it's the next day, and I'm gonna go and get the fall cows. I'm gonna put them in the loading area right here. Go and get them for pen 4B. Everything's kind of a cycle. Got to use pen space. We're gonna go from feeding it 2 lots to feeding it 1 lot in the same about 2 week span, as we're gonna haul some things off to grass. So that's essentially expands our capacity. Also, for those of you who noticed my Iowa State shirt yesterday, today I'm wearing a shirt from Georgia. Does this make me a peanut farmer because I'm wearing the shirt? No. Same way that I am not an Iowa State fan because I was wearing that shirt yesterday. Greg told me the video I posted on Instagram, 3 people had already messaged about Iowa State shirt. So you guys you notice everything. When I'm working on the farm, I don't think about what t-shirt I'm grabbing for the day. So I got to swing this gate and 2 gates over there. All right, cows, once you go out that gate, you are 1 step closer to being on green grass. All right, you two, what are you doing over here? All right, they just got to go around this corner, and then they'll go down to that long alleyway. Go on, hey! Go on, hey mamas, hey! Hey, 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 hey! I'd be a little wider. All right, we're gonna load up cows. They're gonna go into 3 different compartments. Plenty of space there, some headroom, plenty of room to move around. There's the view of the feet of the other one, the group. All right, we are ready to take the pickup and the trailer to pasture. All right, here at the entrance, I'm gonna connect the battery that I had going the other day. That'll get clicking to 4+ volts. Move this dividing fence out a little bit. All right. Bottom ones went on last. There they come. All right. They like what they see.